Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. As promised in my previous video that my next video will be about the different methods, the two methods of calculating the square root. So here we are. First method is by prime factorization and the second is by division method, right? So let us start with the first method, and for both the methods I have taken a one example just to make you clear the concept of both the methods. So here we are. My first method is by prime factorization method, right? So for that I have taken up one example for you, right? So I am going to find the square root of 5625 by using the prime factorization method, right? So students of 8th class, I think for you the prime factorization or finding the prime factors is not at all a new concept. You have seen this setup from junior classes, okay? So exactly same way we are going to find the prime factors of this number 5625, right? So I have written it like this. Now because its units place is having digit 5, so all of you know it will be very clearly divisible by, exactly divisible by 5 only. So that divisor, all of you know, we write here only, and then we start dividing 5625 by 5, right? And orally in 8th class you can do this division orally also. 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, and 5 fives are 25, right? Again the units place has got 5, again our next divisor will be 5 only, and 2 places we will take 5 twos are 10, right? 5 twos are 10 and 5 fives are 25, this way, right? So again this units place is 5, again we are going to divide by 5 only. 5 fours are 20, okay, and then 5 fives are 25. Then again 5, here you have a choice, you can do it by 3 also, or you can divide directly by 5 also, both ways it will be correct. So I am dividing by 5 only. 5 nines are 45. Now we got 9, so clearly next prime factor to be written here will be 3. 3 threes are 9, and again 3 ones are 3 only. So this way it is nothing new. All of you, for every number, for whatever number you want to find the square root, you have to write its prime factors. Remember students, when we talk about prime factorization, we should get the divisors only the prime numbers, right? Here you can easily see all these numbers 5 and 3, both these digits are the prime numbers only, okay? And I think the concept of prime numbers is very clear to you. If not, I will again explain you later on, right? So once you have finished this division, right, we will keep it to one side, okay? Now the very next important step, 2-3 more steps we have to do. It is not the question of only finding the prime factors, but with the help of prime factors we are supposed to find the square roots, okay? So for that we have to perform 2-3 more steps, right? So now the next step is, once that process is over, we are going to write this number 5625 under the square root sign. Students, this sign is very important. Before this, the whole of the process will be meaningless. We have to find the square root. You are supposed to write here the square root sign, right? Now because we have got its prime factors, all these numbers, right? So what we will do, instead of 5625 we will write the multiplication of all these factors only. So it will be 5 cross 5 cross 5 cross 5 cross 3 cross 3 only, right? So whatever are the prime factors here under the square root sign. Why again the square root sign here? Because this number exactly is the multiplication of these prime factors only. If we multiply these, we will get this only, right? So this number also under the square root sign, and these its factors also under the square root sign is very important to write, okay? Next is very interesting step, right? Whatever are the prime factors, we are going to make their pairs. We are going to make their pairs. Start from the first set only. So this is our first pair. See, in that pair the digits should be same, the numbers should be same, only then that will create the perfect pair only, right? So this is our first pair, this is our second pair, and this is our third pair. So we have got the 3 pairs here. Next step is from each of these pairs, out of these 2 members, only one member is going to come down. Only one member, remember, pair is of 5 and 5. We will bring down only one member, that is 5. This has come from this pair, multiplication sign as it is. Then from the next pair, again 2 5s are there, but we will bring down only 1 5. Right? Then this cross as it is, and from the next pair also repeat the process and write only one member. Okay, and here comes the important thing, that once this process has been done, from the each pair we have got single member down. No need to carry this square root symbol again. Remember this step. No need to carry this. No need. You are not required at all. You should not do. You should follow this step, that no need to carry this square root sign again, right? Because we have got the square root now. Okay, we performed this step, we paired, then we brought down one member only to solve the square root, only to get the square root. So finally we are supposed to write the final answer. 5 5s are 25, 25 3s are 75 only is our answer, right? And it is the answer of what? It is the answer of square root of 5625. Here also, if you want, you can write. Okay, so these 3 steps, first step, second step and the third step, along with finding the prime factors, this forms the complete answer and the perfect answer for you, right? So I hope this method is clear to you, right? And you should try many more examples, and you should take the numbers up to lakhs or 10 lakhs or something, so that you are more clear about the steps. Okay. Now here comes our next method, division method, right? For that I have taken up one example for you, that how to find the square root of 46,656 using division method, right? And the first step here is to write this given number, right, in the form of the square root sign only. You can say this is, again I have drawn a square root sign only. Okay, as you need the same length you can draw, right? So the first step is to make the groups of these digits. Now the problem is from where to start the grouping, right? So remember, the first step is to make pairs from right to left, right? So first step is to make pairs from right to left, right? Now right to left is this direction only. Okay, right to left. So our first pair is this, second pair is this, and the third one remains unpaired, so let it be. If there is one more number, more digit, you can join it with this pair, otherwise let it be alone only, right? And I have got one hint also. You can remember the direction of making pairs, the way we start in the unit places. This is units place, tens place, hundreds place. So this, because the counting you start from here, units place, tens place, hundreds. So from this direction itself only you have to start the pairing. Once this pairing is done, now we will start our first step of division, right? And for first step of division, from here I will take up the first member only, that is number 4, the digit 4 here. Okay, now with which digit or with which number we are going to divide this? Okay, with which digit or with which number we are going to divide this? For that we have to find the largest whole number. Try to think the largest whole number whose square is either equal to 4 or less than 4, right? So I have written here. Next step is write the largest whole number whose square is equal to or just less than the first pair, right? Now our first pair is unpaired here, no problem, let it be. So we have to write the largest whole number. So here I write that largest whole number to be, very easily you can say that number is 2. Why 2? Because the square of 2, and that another 2 quotient I am going to write here. You always should write here only 2 multiplied by 2 or 2 square, the answer is 4, right? So remember, the digit here means the divisor and the quotient should be same. That is the most important thing of this method, right? Now once this step of division is over, now comes the same old method, old step only, that after writing this answer we always subtract, right? So the third step is to subtract only. Third step is to subtract only, and we all know that 4 minus 4 is 0, right? Now one step of the division is over, right? Now comes to the next step. For that, this is the unusual thing here which you have not followed in any of the methods earlier. So remember, unlike division, instead of bringing down one member, we are going to bring down the full pair here. Full pair will be brought down. So I write full 66. This 0 has no meaning, all of you know, right? So we will simply ignore. Next member is our 66, right? Full pair, remember here, full pair we are going to bring down. Now the thing is that what will be the next divisor? What will be the next divisor? So what you are supposed to do, that we will simply take the, we will make the double of this previous quotient. What is the previous quotient? Previous quotient is 2. So what will be the double of this? Its double will be 4. So that will appear as divisor here in the next step of division, right? Again I am speaking, try to understand the next step. For the next step, we are going to bring down full pair, not the single member but the full pair down like this. We will write, and then to decide the next quotient, next divisor, what will be that? Simply take the double of the, I have written here also, number 4th step is write the double of the quotient. Write the double of the quotient as the next divisor, right? Now here comes the again very important step. Now with not only with 4 we are going to divide this, but we have to select that largest number here, that if I divide it, if I multiply it with some other digit or the same digit, not with the other digit but with the same digit only, then that answer should again be either equal to 66 or less than 66. Okay, so for that we have to do a little guesswork. If I say 4 I want to divide, with 4 I want to divide 6, then 4 ones are 4 only. So 4 ones are 4 will be exactly suiting. Okay, so I will write that one here, and that one only I will write here. Remember, again the same step I am following. I am keeping the digit here and here same. So this 41 on one side of this, you can do like this. This 41 should be multiplied by 1 only. This is our first rough work. 41 should be multiplied by 1. This number with this number, 41 ones are 41 only. This completes our next step of division, right? So again same process of subtraction. 6 minus 5 will give us 1, 6 minus 1 will give us 5, and 6 minus 4 will give us 2. This completes our second step of division, right? So again we need a little space. I have made it a little longer. So now next, not only to bring down one member but the full pair, I will bring down full 56 here. Now again, how to decide the next divisor? Whatever is the quotient here, here the quotient is 21, here the quotient is 21, we are going to make the quotient double. So what will be the double of 21? It will be simply 42. It will be simply 42. Then we are not going to keep this only, but one extra member or extra digit is going to come here. And how to decide that extra digit? That we are going to simply guess that 4 if goes, the table of 4, if it goes up to 25, then 4 6s are 24. 4 6s are 24 can come down here. So that 6 I will write here, and that 6 only I will write here also. Remember this. Okay. So what you are going to multiply? We are going to multiply 426 with this 6 only, remember. And you can do the rough work. Actually I have written the steps this side, otherwise all of you are supposed to do the rough work on this extreme right only. Okay, but no problem, here I have already written, so I am making use of this space, right? So here if I multiply, I will get it as 6 6 are 36, 6 2s are 12 plus 3 15, right, and 6 4s are 24 plus 1 25. So you will see that we are able to get the exact same answer only. You should decide this digit in such a way that after doing this multiplication, either exact number should come or the number little less to this should come. And the next, like the previous one only, after multiplying we are going to do the subtraction. So exactly we get the remainder as 0 only, right? Okay, so final answer, what is the final square root of 46,656? The square root of 46,656 is nothing but 216, and you are supposed to write the answer in the end as square root of 46,656 is equal to 216, right? So this was the method of finding the square root using division method. Okay, now in the division method only there is very important point to be seen. Okay, I will not solve the full sum for you, but I want to give information regarding the decimal number. Suppose for square root you are asked to find the square root of a number which is like this: 2 4 7 9 5, decimal, let us say again a big number, only an example I am taking, 5 9 4 3, okay, and 1 0 also, like this. Okay, so why I have taken up in order to tell you how to do the pairing for division method in case of a decimal number. Okay, so here this decimal number has got two parts. One is this integral part, this is called the integral part, okay, and this is called the decimal part. The part which is after the decimal is called the decimal part, right? Now suppose there was no decimal part, then the number would have been only 24,795. Then what would have been our way of pairing? In that case we would have done our pairing from right to left. Okay, as told earlier in that previous example of division method, from right to left we are going to take from units place. So this would have been our first pair. Okay, then this 47 would be our second pair, and the third thing would remain unpaired. Only 2 will be the member of that third group. Okay, so here also when this number is with decimal also, right, the integral part or the whole part, for this part we will follow the same step as if there is no decimal. Okay, starting from right to left only. But for the decimal part the way of pairing will be totally different, totally opposite to this way. This we did from right to left, but the decimal part pairing we will start from left to right only. From the decimal only we will start, remember. Okay, so for the decimal part our pair would be, first would be 59, then second would be 43, and the third thing, that is this group of 0, will remain unpaired. Let it remain like this only. Okay, so otherwise the method remains the same only. Method remains the same only for division or for getting the square root, but the pairing is totally done in a different way for the integral part as well as for the decimal part. So one way you should remember, for the integral part we start from right to left, that means from this side of decimal, and for the decimal part we will start the pairing from this side. So this arrow, and from where I have started these arrows, I have started these arrows from the decimal only. From decimal move from right to left for the integral part pairing, and for the other side decimal part we will do from left to right. So this was my one point which will help you to solve some questions with decimal of finding the square root with division method, right? So students, this was all about our two methods of finding the square root, prime factorization and division method. Hope you understood, and if you like, if you understand the way we have done, right, so please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching.